Hi, I'm Pete from Bioathletic. The runner's self-assessment screening has been designed to help you identify your risk of injury based on some questions about your history, your current running status, as well as some tests. Now, there are 4 tests involved in the screening, and each of those tests will be demoed now. The tests are designed to look at the quality of your movement and the amount of movement that you've got. So with these tests, you've got to self-assess honestly, ideally in front of a mirror, to see when you are compensating. Once you're barefoot, the first test we'll do is the single leg squat. Now, the position for this one is hands clenched in front of chest, close to the chest, standing nice and upright, and looking your own height in front of you, ideally at yourself in the mirror. As you do this test, try and keep everything tight in position and not shift or compensate. Now, the ideal squat looks like this. What we're looking for is any compensations that may be seen. For example, if the body tilts to the side, if the leg shifts away from its set-up position, if the arms come away from the chest or move sideways, or if the foot needs to shift around in order to maintain your centre of balance. The next test is a hop and balance. Now, ideally the hop needs to be just under 1 metre or 3 foot. As you do the hop, it's all about what happens when you land that indicates how good your stability is. If you can land and hold your position like this, you've done well. If you find that your foot shifts when you hit the ground, if your body tilts away from centre, or if you shift your leg or your arms away from centre or away from the body, if any of these occur, these are compensations and you can record those on the scoring sheet. The next test we look at is the hip internal rotation test. In this test, you'll be seated and you'll be needing to space your feet as far apart as they can go with knees still touching. Now, for this test, if you sit on the front edge of your seat with your back upright, knees together, and then see how far apart you can space your feet. You can see how we use shoes in this test in order to measure the distance between the feet. And the important feature here is that thighs are parallel to the ground and that your back and hips are at 90 degrees. So your back is upright with your thighs parallel. The last test has you with your foot up close to a wall and pushing your knee with the knee bent so it can touch the wall. Now, the test is done so that you move your foot as far away from the wall as you can while maintaining the knee touching the wall and heel on the ground. Key points of this test: we don't want the foot collapsing inwards or the arch collapsing inwards. We don't want the foot on an angle to the wall, and we don't want the knee moving away from being directly above the foot.